So, how'd it go? The captain is quite the gentleman, isn't he? Oh, don't be so uptight now. I never said he'd be easy to convince. What? You wish I'd given you a heads up or something? Need I remind you what sort of ship you're on, stowaway? You'd be wise to keep your wits about you. It'd be a right shame if you ended up in the brig. Especially after pleading your case oh so thoroughly. But everything turned out fine, didn't it? So there's no use in holding a grudge. I might be the only friend you'll find on this ship anyway. What are you on about now? Just come sit and relax while you can. Daylight will be here before you know it, and that's when the real work will start. Right, fine. I get your point. Stowaway might not be fitting for you anymore. Call you by your name. Don't be silly. You're a pirate now. Learn to leave those sorts of pleasantries behind you. I'll come up with something else. Something that fits. Well, there's plenty of time now that you're a part of the crew. You know, I hadn't the slightest idea about this sailing experience of yours. What a quaint little detail to keep from me. When I asked you about your story before, I wonder why you left that part out. Oh, please. Eavesdropping's child's play around here. Of course I heard you tell it to the captain. I'm sure you did your fair share of listening in while you were busy playing ghosty. Listening isn't everything, though. Truth be told, I'd have loved to see the look on the captain's face when you told him I had assured your safety. You're lucky he has a good read of people. The bastard probably knew I told you to say that. What's with that look, Ghosty? I did say I'd have your back. I meant it too. But I suppose I neglected to mention that my endorsement wouldn't go far with Captain Moneybags. Don't blame me, though. This was your idea. You were the one who wanted to make yourself known. It's not my fault you didn't trust me to keep you safe. Oh? Mention that to the captain, did you? What a shame. I should have stuck near the door longer. You didn't go and blab about finding me below deck now, did you? Naturally. Looks like I pegged you all wrong, Ghosty. Seems you're right capable of handling yourself. At least I know I'm dealing with someone with the mettle to match my wit. A bit more interesting that way, aye? So, now it seems that you're the one with the upper hand. As far as you know, at least. Looks like I've piqued your interest. Take a seat, won't you? I'd be more inclined to talk secrets with someone if we shared a table. Aye, that's it. Ah. Don't be getting ahead of yourself now. We can go back and forth all night long. You'll threaten to sell me out, I'll return the favour, on and on and on and on. A waste of time by my saying. Why don't we have a little fun? Play a game. A real one. One made just for the likes of you and me. Liar's dice. It's all down to chance, and, well, how good ye be at lying. If you can best me, I'll tell you all I've learned. And if I win, I keep it to myself, and we'll be just the same as we were before we started. Savvy? Belay what I gain. Push it from your mind. All I'm seeking now is a bit of fun at the end of my night. That's it. I knew you couldn't resist me. Make yourself comfortable then. Now, the game is played like this. We're both given a cup of 5 dice. I'm feeling generous tonight, so I'll let you use the one with fewer splinters. Our cups of dice are shaken up and then set on the table, open side down. You can take a look at your own roll, but not your opponent's. Lest ye be a cheater, and that's no fun now, is it? Now, one of us will make a bid, claiming how many dice of a certain number be on the table. Including your own. For example, I might say 2 3s. If you think I'm being honest, you raise the bid. You can claim there be more 3s or 2 of something higher than 3. 2 4s. Playing it safe, I see. Fair enough, but you ought to have let me finish. I like to keep things interesting, so I'll raise the bid of both. 3 5s. Aye, you can do that too. If you think I'm lying, call it. The dice will be revealed, and if your call had merit, I lose a die. But if you were misguided, a die of your own is lost instead. Not gonna challenge it then? How sweet of you to trust me, Ghosty. All right, it's your bid. 3 6s. You do favour the safe side. 4 6s. Ah, so now you have it in you to call me a liar. That's tough luck. This time, I was telling the truth. 3 6s in a roll of 5. I'd already won when the cups fell. Oh, a shame, too. I was hoping you'd win your first round. The crew used to play games like this often. Before everyone got all serious about this siren's heart thing, I mean. No one claims to have time anymore. But I think it's because they were getting sick of losing to me. I trust you won't have the same issue? That's what I like to hear. Go on then, Ghosty. Prove it. You go first this round. Three threes. 4 5s. Come on now, that has to be a lie. Huh. Would you look at that? 5 5s between the two of us. Right then. It's my turn to toss a die out. Two 4s. 4 6s. Don't be ridiculous. You're smiling too. You ought to practice your poker face, liar. Wait. All right. Guess I'm down to 3. Three 2s. 3 4s. Now I know you be lying this time. You best wipe that smirk off your face before I make you. You know nothing of bad luck. Why won't you call me a liar? Oh, I don't need your pity. Kindness gets you nowhere in a world like this. Your sword. Pick it up. We'll settle this another way. Savvy? Really, I insist. You may claim to have sailing experience, but I think we ought to put your swordsmanship skills to the test as well. Let's see how much of a pirate you really are. Shit! Every time I think I've got you sorted, you surprise me. Where'd you learn to use a sword like this? Huh. I'm impressed. Ha! Don't tell me that little bit of praise knocked you off guard. If this were a real fight, your life would end here. Lucky for you, I'm not so cruel. I've taken a liking to you. You're quite fun to tease. Did you just... You did. You are bold, glancing down at my lips when I have you pinned like this. It seems you've taken a liking to me, too. Is that it, Ghosty? You like it when I tease you, hmm? Maybe you just fancy being pinned to the mast, with nowhere to look but back up at me. Where are my manners? How rude of me. making assumptions like that. Oh, but you make it so hard not to. Especially with how disappointed you look that I didn't kiss you. Tell you what. Once you win a duel against me, the kiss is yours. Savvy? I better go back to my post. And you ought to get some proper rest. I appreciate the offer, but you're in no state to be playing any more games tonight. Wait a tick. You're a good opponent. Playing against you was fun. Unexpectedly so. Don't worry about what I said before, all right? The information was just a last name, that's all. Like I said, pirates learn to leave those sorts of pleasantries behind them. And if your swordsmanship was anything to go by, you'll fit right in. Well, don't look at me like that. If I didn't ease your nerves, you wouldn't be getting good rest, and a tired crewmate is a useless one. I was merely doing you a good turn. Aye, making sure you owe me one. If I hear from the rest of the crew that you blathered about me going soft, I'll toss you overboard myself. Just go on now. I've got a horizon to keep an eye on. I can't have you distracting me. Ahoy again, Ghosty. I've got a couple of things to remind you before you turn in for the night. Subscribing to the channel helps out a whole bunch. If you're fond of yours truly, or the rest of the crew, that's the best way to keep updated with our little adventure. Speaking of, did you enjoy spending time with me tonight? Got a little tense for a moment there, Are you imagining what would have happened had we taken a different course? If that be the case, you ought to join patreon.com/Celesterra. An alternate ending to our game should arrive there eventually. Or maybe there are other ideas that you have on your mind. Ideas that you might want to make a reality? Well, all good pirates know that the best place to sail for that is anagomi.com/commissions. Hope to see you there, Ghosty. Right then, that's all I have for you. Better get some shut-eye now. I'll catch up with you as soon as I can.